In this video, you're gonna be learning how to use the color mixer in Lightroom. You're gonna be learning how to use this tool best and how to use it to level up your photos and make them that much better, all that coming up. So if you haven't seen this tool yet, you scroll all the way down here in your develop module and there's a new tab called color mixer. When you go to color mixer, you can see that there is a color dropper. And when you click on this color dropper, you can hover over different colors in your photo. Now the power of this is that it actually creates color swatches as you go along. One of the big power moves in Photoshop and why it's so valuable for photographers and even graphic designers is that you can make these color swatches and continue editing just that specific color. I'll show you how to do that. So if you hover over this, you can select out this orange, and it shows you in this window where that is in your colors. So you can see it's right here, and it also has created a new color swatch next to the color dropper. That's big because you can always readjust this, go back to that exact color, and select it out the best way possible. No longer do you have to guess what colors are what and how they're adjusted. You can just go back to the color swatches, which I think is a huge improvement to Lightroom in general. Now, there are a lot of things you can do here. You can increase or decrease the brightness of this color with this slider on the right-hand side. You can further adjust what that color actually looks like in the mid window. And you can adjust the hue of that, moving it left and right. If you double click on any of these, they go back to 0. And you can also adjust the saturation and luminance of this. We did the luminance over here on the right side, but you also have a slider down here on the bottom. Now, I think one of the cool things about this is you can set a range to how much color and how much color on the edges of this selection are actually included. If you come down to range, you can increase or decrease that, and it will increase or decrease how much is actually affected, and you get a good visualization on the color grid right there too. So I can move this down to 12. Now, if you're having trouble seeing exactly where this is located in your photo, what you can do is come down here to the little checkbox of visualize range. Anything outside of that range is going to be turned to black and white. So you can see only our oranges and some of those yellows are in there. If I increase that range, you can see that it increases the range of colors of yellows and oranges on the outside of that. So I'm just gonna move this back down to 50, uncheck visualize range, so now that I can see it. Now let's select a different color in this and show you how it can create a new color swatch. I'm gonna go down here to these blues down here in this sunrise photo, and now I have a new color swatch down here, and I can increase or decrease just those luminance values of that color. I can increase or decrease the hue. I'll make it a little bit more purple, so a little bit more saturated, and increase that luminance just a little bit too. I can visualize that range. You can only see that it is down here in that sand, in that sunrise reflection. Decheck that, and now I have two color swatches. You may be asking yourself, okay, how do you get exact colors? Because I understand that you can edit all these colors in the photo. How do you mask out these colors? And masking out is basically just selecting one specific small area of your photo that you want to adjust within this color mixer. I'll show you how to do that too. So if you come up here to your masks tool, it's this dotted circle icon. If you click that, you can come down here to brush, and you can just have a brush selected. Let's do those same blues that we were working with here. So I'm just going to brush in this entire blue area of sand, and now that is red. You can see that in our masks up here too in the top right. If I scroll down, now that I have my mask painted in, I have a color mixer icon in my mask. This is huge because now I can select, okay, this is my mask, this is all I want to edit in this photo, and now my color mixer here is going to seclude out just the colors in that one small section of the photo. If I select that, maybe I just want to do the oranges in this section. If I go to visualize range here, you see that it only turns black and white, that little range that we had. And now I can adjust this in the reflection of the water. So I can increase or decrease that. I can increase the luminance, anything like that. I'll probably darken it down a little bit. And then in my color swatches, I'll just create a new one for that blue and purple. and I'll increase or decrease just that in just that area. So you can make these selections as big or as small as you want. This is a great tool, and it's another move that Lightroom is taking to replace Photoshop. I believe in about 5 years, Photoshop will be pretty much obsolete by landscape photographers. Still valuable to something like a digital artist or a graphic designer, but I think you'll be able to do pretty much anything you want to in Lightroom. If you want more Lightroom tutorials, click or tap this playlist right here that's gonna help you level up your photos that much more.